The Stone Roses bassist Mani's wife has died aged 52, 3 years after she was diagnosed with stage 4 bowel cancer. Imelda Mounfield passed away on Saturday. It is the second tragedy to rock the band in recent weeks following bassist Pete Garner's death. Happy Monday's singer Rowetta announced Imelda's death on X, formerly known as Twitter. She said about Gary Mani Mounfield's partner, "So beautiful, so brave, so loved. We're all going to miss you, Imelda Mounfield. All my thoughts and love to Manny and your beautiful, precious boys, and love to all Imelda's family and friends." The Stone Roses frontman Ian Brown, 60, paid tribute to Imelda on X by saying, "Rip at Imelda Mounfield, God bless Manny and his boys X." Events agent Imelda was diagnosed with stage 4 bowel cancer in November 2020, and the couple have twin sons. In the wake of her diagnosis, Imelda and Manny have held a number of charity fundraisers to raise money for good causes: the Christie Hospital, the Stockport Charitable Trust, and Maggie's. Imelda told ITV last year about how the charities had supported her through her illness battle. "Cancer affects not just the person who has it, but everyone around them, and I hope that by investing in some more research, we can help alleviate some of the devastation caused to families." Before her and Manny's latest event, she said Maggie's had supported them from the start by providing counseling sessions and resources to help explain. She added, "It's a continuing battle for me, and I'll be using their services more in the future." Imelda also told ITV in December 2022 her diagnosis came as a shock to her and her family, as she had not been feeling poorly. She added, "The doctors didn't know how I would respond to chemo, but I responded quite well. I've been on quite a big journey over the last 2 years." Imelda's death comes weeks after the Stone Roses bassist Pete died aged 61, also reportedly after a cancer battle. The musician was the Manchester band's original bassist but quit the group in 1987 to work in HMV because he did not feel worthy of being in the group. Former bandmate Ian Brown led tributes to the late rocker as he claimed few loved music as much as Pete. His cause of death has not been confirmed. Responding to a user on X, Ian wrote, "Yeah, very sad. We were young punk rockers when we met in 77. He continued, "The night before Pete's maths and geography O levels, we went to see The Clash. Always made me chuckle he did that, and of course he made the right decision. X." He later added, "You loved music as much as Pete. He'd been bathing in music since Anarchy in the UK came out, that I can vouch for, and Pete was off the scale nice. An old school nice that you just don't get no more. He got that from his lovely mum. God bless Pete, Rip X." Pete joined Ian and John Squire in their former band The Patrol in 1980. 3 years prior to forming the Stone Roses with rhythm guitarist Andy Cousin and drummer Simon Wollstonecraft. Alan Rennie Wren took over from Simon in 1984. Pete quit the group in 1987 and was replaced by Manny on bass. The group began to fall apart when Rennie quit in April 1995 on the eve of a world tour. Despite rave reviews for Second Coming, the band's second and final studio album, John also quit the Roses in March 1996. The world tour grossed $1.2 million, but bad debts meant the group members only earned a few £1,000s each. The band were committed to a few final dates, including a disastrous show at Reading Festival, for which they turned down offers of help from Slash and ex-Smiths guitarist Johnny Marr. In the 15 years after the split, Ian repeatedly blamed John for the band's demise, saying, "If I was in the gutter and my kids lived on the curb, I'd go and get a job at B&Q before I'd reform the Roses." Meanwhile, John claimed, "I'd rather remove my liver with a teaspoon than reform the Roses."